Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Jones Edition. It's a little windy out here today. It's beautiful. Hopefully the wind doesn't mess up my video. Today we're going to be talking about more frame stuff on the TJ. I've been making a lot of frame videos here recently for the TJ. It's just been a process of me restoring what I have left of the frame. I'm probably going to make like a little mini series playlist for just frame repair and frame restoration type stuff. But today we're going to be applying Eastwood's internal frame coating spray. I bought it in the green because I'm going to apply this to the inside of the frame first so I can kind of see a little bit easier where I've painted, and I can tell where the thin parts are and everything like that. So I thought it'd be a little bit easier on the black frame to see the green paint, and then I'm going to go through later and use another product on the outside of the frame, which will be another video, a part of the series. So stay tuned for this. Got the nozzle ready. It's pretty cool. It has like a, I don't know if you can tell. You can kind of tell right here. Got the camera to focus. There's 4 little holes here on the tip of this little sprayer. That gives like almost like a 360-degree spray. I'm probably going to have to attach some type of like clothes hanger to this little nozzle tube to kind of get an even spray. I don't want it to curl up inside my frame and get all bunched up. So I got 3 cans of this stuff, and we're going to go ahead, try to do 2 coats. I'm hoping that I have enough left over to spray some of the TJ, and then it's supposed to be good stuff. The first thing I did was take off my side steps from the Jeep just to have a little bit more access to the frame as I paint it. Not sure if I'm going to put them back on or not. Then I just took that nozzle, attached it to a clothes hanger, zip tied it, and I went through and just sprayed everywhere I could where there was access inside the frame. I went one direction on the first can, just kind of sprayed it all to the right side, and I was going to go through later and spray to the left side of the frame. It's kind of hard to tell where you're painting inside the frame, so you just want to have a methodical, slow approach to it. Try to do the same pattern spray to every entry point, to try to have an even coating. This part of the frame here at the bottom, where the water kind of settles, is the worst part of the frame on my TJ, and probably most people's TJs. So I kind of focused a lot of the paint on this area here. Not so much this front part, but I wanted to get coverage everywhere. So I started my second can on the passenger side and kind of just did the same thing. Did a little different approach to this side. I angled the spray nozzle each direction, left and right on each hole. Seemed to do a little bit better. I felt like I had a little bit more even coating. Alright, I'm already through a couple cans. I would say if you're really thorough, one can probably won't get you one side of the frame done. I kind of did a good job with each can on each side, and I got one more can left to kind of go through and hit up spots where I haven't touched up yet, and areas where I know where most of the problem frame is. So I'm going to go back through there. I'm actually going to switch nozzles so this one doesn't get clogged up. I'm going to let this sit for a little bit, let it dry up pretty good, and then go forward and do the next can. So it's actually pretty easy to apply. It's not real hard, especially if you had instead of zip ties. I ended up doing some zip ties on this. This kind of gets bunched up around the holes and stuff like that. So if you have electrical tape or some type of duct tape or whatever, I have some somewhere. I just kind of saw this, ran with it. It's not the end of the world, just probably easier to slide in if you use some tape. And I kind of had some hard times getting it out, but yeah. As you might notice, I switched to some tape on the wire hanger this time, and I had a lot smoother transition in and out of the hole. Seemed to go a lot smoother, quicker. Felt like I didn't get caught up and spray too much in one area. So that's all 3 cans of the Eastwood's frame coating, internal frame coating. I still have 1 extra nozzle, and there's a few areas toward the front of my Jeep on the driver's side that I really didn't coat it very well. I kind of just ran out of paint pretty much. I'm a little heavy, a heavy sprayer. I want to make sure I have a thick coat of this stuff. It was recommended to do 3 cans when I bought the stuff to do 1 frame. You definitely can't do 2 vehicles unless you're just spraying on really light. I would definitely recommend 4 cans for a vehicle. That's my personal opinion. They're like $20 a can if you order from Eastwood when you buy 3 cans or more. I would go ahead and get the other one if I had to do it again. I think what I'm going to do is just go and do a high gloss Rust-Oleum paint and use the nozzle to kind of coat the areas where I didn't get 100%. Those areas I kind of left to do last anyways, because those aren't my problem areas. The problem area in my Jeep was across this whole frame on each side where the water kind of settles the most. So I don't know if you know, I put a couple drain holes in my frame. I didn't really want to drill into my frame if I didn't have to, but a lot of people recommended making sure you have drain holes. So I went ahead and did that on both sides, so it's definitely draining water better than it ever has. Anyways, I'm going to sign off here. Stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Like, subscribe, comment below if you used the stuff before. If you're planning on getting it, shoot me an email if you have a question about it, and I appreciate it as always. See you on the next one, guys.